Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Ambaruchi and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a turkey cake. This is part of a Thanksgiving collaboration with Candy Queen Bee Baker, and she's going to show you how to make this super cute scarecrow cake. So make sure you check out her channel. I will be leaving the links down below. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to click down below and subscribe to my channel. To get started, I have 3 6-inch chocolate cakes which I've removed from the cake pans, and what I'm going to do is level 2 out of my 3 cakes, and I'm going to keep one of them with that slightly domed top. I'm going to save these cake scraps from the cake that I've leveled because with these cake scraps I'm going to create the turkey's head and thighs. I'm going to begin to assemble the cake by adding my first cake layer onto a 6-inch cake board, and I'm just spreading some whipped chocolate ganache onto the cake board. I fill the layer with whipped chocolate ganache frosting, then I add the second cake layer, fill that one with some more whipped chocolate ganache frosting, and then finally add the slightly domed cake on top. If you want my chocolate ganache recipe, click the I up above. Once I add the final cake layer on top, I pop this in the freezer for about 20 minutes just so that it's nice and firm and perfect for carving. Once my cake is nice and firm, I begin carving by tapering down the sides to create a rounded dome shape. And here's a quick easy hack that I do when I'm carving cakes. I add aluminum foil under the cake, and then once I'm done carving, I just remove that and it's a nice easy cleanup. Once I'm happy with the shape of the cake, I give this a crumb coat with some more of the whipped chocolate ganache. Then I give it a final coat of some more of the whipped chocolate ganache. And I smooth it and blend it out by dipping my spatula into hot water, and that helps blend the ganache before it sets. Now remember the cake scraps that I saved from the cakes that I leveled off? What I'm going to do is crumble these into nice fine crumbs. And to that I'm going to add some of my whipped chocolate ganache frosting, and I'm going to mix it all together until it's a nice cake pop consistency. Now that I have the cake pop consistency that I want, I'm going to transfer this onto a tray lined with parchment paper. I'm going to begin by making the turkey's head, and I do this by forming a big ball that's about 2.5 inches in diameter. And with the leftover cake pop scraps, I am going to create 2 tubes that are the same width and length, and these are going to be wrapped around the bottom part of the turkey to give the illusion that they are the turkey's thighs. So I begin by adding the 2 little tubes to be the turkey's thighs to the bottom of the cake, and I just leave a small space in between them. Then I cover those with some more of the chocolate ganache frosting, and I blend it all in. Now for the turkey cake pop head, I am using a jumbo straw that I'm going to insert onto the head because it is kind of heavy. So what I do is I insert the jumbo straw and then I remove it. Then here I have some melted chocolate, and I'm going to dip the straw in the melted chocolate, insert it back into the cake pop, and let that set. Once that's set, I grab my cake pop and I dip the entire thing into the melted chocolate, making sure to drip off the excess. And then I add that back onto the parchment paper and let it set completely. Once the cake pop head is set, I add this right through the center top part of the turkey cake. Now the idea that I had for this turkey cake is to create a very cartoony and comical turkey. So for the eyes, I am going to use some white candy melts. And I just use a little bit of melted candy melt on the back of these to stick these on. To give this turkey some feathers, I am using some brown fondant that I'm rolling out, and then I'm using this leaf cutter because it gives that perfect feather texture and look. And I'm just going to cut a whole bunch of these leaf shapes, and these are going to be the turkey's feathers. I begin by adding a collar of feathers around the turkey's neck. And then I add some more on both of the sides of the turkey to be the turkey's wings. Again, I said I wanted this turkey to look very comical and cartoony and kooky, so I'm going to make his eyes look a little crazy, so I'm going to add one eye facing to the southwest and the other one facing to the northeast. To make the turkey's beak, I have some yellow fondant, and I'm just going to grab a little piece and shape that into a little cone shape, and then cut it to the size that I want. And then I slice it right in the middle, and it makes the perfect turkey beak. Now for the turkey talons, which are the turkey's feet, I have some bendy straws here that I just cut to make them a little shorter. The longer part is going to be inserted into the turkey thigh, and the shorter part is going to be where I'm going to add the talons. So I'm just using some orange fondant and inserting the straw right through there. And then I'm going to add some more melted chocolate and add that to the straw so that it sticks to the fondant. And once that's set and I'm happy with the shape of the turkey talons, I am going to grab my X-Acto knife. I'm going to create 2 slits on each talon to give us 3 separate little talon claws. And the reason why I use bendy straws for this is because now I can bend the talons upwards, and with a little bit of melted chocolate, I can adhere that onto the thigh. So it looks like the turkey's feet are kicked up. And with a fondant tool, I just create little wrinkles at the bottom of the turkey talons. And using some black fondant, I create the small little nails on the claws. Now using some red fondant, I'm going to create the snood on the turkey's beak. It's this little like red dangly thing that hangs from the forehead down to the beak. And then I add that right over the beak so that it hangs down towards the chin. And with some more of my red fondant, I'm going to create a small little bow to add onto the turkey's neck. Now to go with the Thanksgiving theme, I wanted to give the turkey a little pilgrim hat. So I have some black fondant here that I'm just shaping into a thick rectangle shape. Then I'm going to form that into more of a rectangular cone shape, and I add that onto the turkey's head, and I make it stick by adding some melted chocolate onto the bottom of the hat and using that as a glue. And now I add a thick tube of fondant and wrap that around the hat to be the hat's brim. Now using some white fondant that I'm going to color with some gold luster dust, I'm going to make the buckle for the hat. So I'm just cutting this into a little square shape. Then I poke a little hole in the middle and square that out. And it creates a cute little buckle. And I am just dry dusting this with some gold luster dust. Now to create the turkey's tail feathers, I have some orange and brown fondant, and again I'm just going to use my leaf cutter and cut out a whole bunch of little leaf shapes to be the feathers. So to make these leaves look like actual tail feathers, I have some wooden bamboo skewers and some melted chocolate, and I'm just going to glue each leaf onto the bamboo skewers with the melted chocolate. And I'm going to add the leaves a little bit past the halfway mark so that I have enough space to insert the bottom of the skewer into the cake. So once these are set, I'm going to grab them and insert them right through the back of the cake. And it looks very cute from the front, but from the back you can see the exposed bamboo skewers. So what I'm going to do is grab some more melted chocolate and grab some more of the little leaf shapes and glue these onto the back part as well to cover that exposed bamboo skewer. And to finish off the turkey, because I said that I wanted this to be very comical and cuckoo type turkey, so he's going to be holding a cute little sign that says "Eat Chicken." So using some more melted chocolate, I am just creating a square plank, and I'm going to add a handle onto that so that I can insert that through the side of the turkey to make it look as if the turkey is holding the sign. Quickly before the sign completely sets, I am going to make some fondant letters, and it's going to say "Eat Chicken." And again, since this is a cuckoo turkey, the chicken is spelled incorrectly, and also the K is going to be backwards, just to add a little bit of more humor to this. So here I have the sign, and I'm going to gently and carefully insert this through the side of the turkey because it is made out of chocolate and it is very fragile. And the final detail that I'm going to add is one more little leaf feather, and I'm going to wrap that from the back part around the sign so it looks like the turkey's hand is holding it. And this super cute and comical Thanksgiving turkey cake is complete. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also remember that this was part of a Thanksgiving collaboration with Candy Queen Bee, so make sure you check out her channel. I will be leaving the link down below, and check out her awesome scarecrow cake. Now before you go, I'm going to cut into this cute little turkey cake. I really didn't want to cut into it because it was just way too cute. But I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on the inside, and it is so chocolatey and delicious. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.